Good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. I am Shanrae Price. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. I am Shanrae Price. And tonight's series, we're ending this series with anger management. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I do not own the rights to this song. I do not own the rights to this song, to Michael Jackson's Heal the World. I do not own the rights to this song. But good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. Excuse me, I am multitasking at this time. Welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. Good evening, good evening. Good evening, Superwoman. Good evening, Sandra and Lisa. Good evening, everybody. And we're going to go on and get started. I got on here a little bit late this evening, but welcome, welcome, welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. I do not own the rights to this song. Michael Jackson's Heal the World. Please share as you go along. Please share. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to share as well. Okay. All right, and we're going to go on and get started. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hi, James Bozeman. How are you? Hi. Welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. I am Shanrae Price, and we are going to go on and get started. Excuse me, I'm multitasking, going between my computer and my cell phone. Okay, we're going to go on and get started, and I'm going to start out with my disclaimer. Okay, my disclaimer says, please be aware that due to the nature of the technology that we're using, there can be no assurance of confidentiality when using this online service. It should also be noted that due to changes in policies, all replies are to be used as advisory and informational only and will not constitute an official determination. Information provided by counselors and or counseling services, I'm the counselor myself, are subject to the limitations of current and available material. The final responsibility for successfully achieving a goal rests with you, the individual or the client. And information online is designed to be helpful. However, this information does change frequently, and it is recommended that you, the individual or the client, will consult I would say personal consultants that are close to you or other specialists and or your religious leaders to aid in your overall behavioral wellness. So that is my disclaimer for this evening. And we're going to jump right in because we don't have a lot of time this evening. But welcome, welcome, welcome again to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. So this week's topic have been on anger management. And I want to start with my scripture for this week, which is Ephesians 4:26. I am reading the New International Version. And it says, in your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. All right, then. So anger management is what we've been talking about this week. And I'm going to say, like I always do, I do not like to talk by myself. So this is an open line. Hi, Brian. This is an open line. So if you have any questions or if you have any scenarios, or even if you want to come on live, you are welcome. I need to also let you all know what the question has been asked. What qualifies me to do this Counsel of the Day? My degrees are in psychology. I am an Ashford University graduate. I'm consulting. I've done that. I've been doing that for a number of years, as well as life coaching. So I am qualified to do counsel. All right. So let's jump right on in. Let's talk about anger. What is anger? And I'm going to define this for you this evening, again, like I did on Tuesday night. So anger is a very powerful emotion that can stem from feelings of frustration, hurt, annoyance, or disappointment. It is a normal human emotion that can range from slight irritation to strong rage. Now, anger is a normal feeling. It really is. But if it's a out of control type of anger, that it's never healthy. That is never a healthy form of anger or expression. So on Tuesday night, I gave 5 different forms of anger, and I gave 5 different techniques and tactics to kind of, you know what I'm saying, to kind of shift the destructive forms of anger, how you can kind of control that emotion, the destructive form of it. I'm going to go over really quickly the 10 forms of anger, and then I'm going to pick up where I left off of. And then go over the 10 different tactics of it. But I left off at number 5 on Tuesday night with each one of them. So let me read very quickly. The 10 different types of anger is 1, passive anger. So number 1 is passive anger. Number 2, excuse me, you know I'm reading. Number 2 is aggressive anger. Number 3 is assertive anger. Number 4 is retaliatory anger. Number 5 is self-inflicted anger. Number 6 is constructive anger. Number 7 is habitual anger. Number 8 is judgmental anger. Number 9 is paranoid anger. And number 10 is shame-based anger. So what we're going to do this evening is we're going to pick up where we left off on Tuesday evening. We left off at self-inflicted anger. And now we're moving on to number 6, which is constructive anger. So anger, when channelized in the right direction, can help to make positive changes socially. So this is the main purpose of using anger constructively to resolve issues that are affecting day-to-day life. Constructive anger involves making anger your ally or your friend, and often manifest in the form of protest, for instance, against unlawful activities or racial discrimination, such as like we said, like what we're seeing now, Black Lives Matter, or what was done years ago, the Black Panthers. So here, one does not personalize the anger, but rather focuses on the issues that are affecting society as a whole. And this is considered constructive anger. Does anybody have anything? Hi, Chad. Does anyone have anything to say at this time as far as anger? We just talked about constructive anger, which is some forms of anger which we know history has shown, such as Black Panther. Well, they were a little different than Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was more so peaceful than the Black Panthers. And right now we have Black Lives That Matter as well. So we're going to move on to habitual anger. So habitual anger is when an individual starts getting angry over trivial issues. He or she is said to be habitually angry. These people exhibit, hi Sabrina, these people exhibit a constant expression of anger over little things. So no wonder staying with a habitual angry person can be a headache. And as a result, they seem to be in a state of constant anger, which can be unhealthy and can adversely affect their emotional well-being. So keep in mind, anger should be an occasional response, but if it starts visiting every now and then, it could become a source of annoyance or rather amusement for others. So how many of us know someone who's habitually angry or have actually been habitually angry at some point in your life due to some type of trauma that you've experienced in your life? I'm going to say, like they say in church or in school, please wave your hand and let me know if you know or you experience habitual anger or being around someone who has been habitually angry. And we all know that is not good. It's not good for any relationships. It's not good for the individual, because health-wise, their health will start declining. Their health really will start declining. All right, well, while I'm waiting on someone to speak up, we're going to move to judgmental anger. So people exhibiting this type of anger often misjudge someone and then downgrade them by making insensitive remarks. Their habit of forming a wrong opinion about others makes them resent people, and they misjudge people and belittle them. So, judgmental anger. And as a churchgoer, a Christian, I have seen various forms of judgmental anger being brought forth in the church. Can the church say amen? Somebody who's listening, can the church say amen? And this is not a healthy form of anger, judgmental anger. Exhibiting, making insensitive remarks and, hitting below the belt. This is not a healthy form of anger. Remember, assertive anger is one of the healthiest forms of anger, the assertive anger. So while I'm waiting on some responses, hi Tyrone, hey dude, we're going to move on to paranoid anger. You're here. I see you, Tyrone. Okay, paranoid anger. So in this type of anger, the individual tends to show distrust in others or get suspicious unnecessarily. They feel that someone is trying to demean or intimidate them, and feelings of jealousy about others is a hallmark of paranoid anger because the person believes that someone is going to snatch something that truly belongs to them. So jealousy due to unfounded beliefs that starts in the mind is often responsible for paranoid anger. Hi Serena. So, paranoid anger, this is something serious. Being around someone that has paranoia type of anger, or actually experiencing paranoid anger. I'm going to say it again. Feelings of jealousy about other people is a hallmark of paranoid anger because the person believes that someone is going to snatch something that truly belongs to them. So jealousy due to unfounded beliefs starts in the mind and is often responsible for this paranoid type of anger. So Tyrone says, this one is all over the place on social media. I'm so glad that you brought that up, Tyrone. You're absolutely right. The feelings, somebody is doing something that I'm doing, or they doing more, or they're taking my shine, or they taking my platform. You are absolutely right. And I believe that those of us that are on social media and that are on missions or doing certain type of good deeds, like we have our shows and everything, or our sessions, people do tend to try to step in and slander and try to tear down good works. Tyrone said truth. Good works, because of this jealousy, this paranoid type of anger. And it is not healthy. Again, we're going to go back to the two positive forms of anger is constructive anger and assertive anger. Constructive anger is geared more towards an organized function or group, such as Black Lives Matter, that type of thing. And then, of course, the assertive anger is the type where you can sit down in a mature mannerism and you can talk. You can discuss whatever the person is feeling, whether you're the person who's done it, who offended someone, or someone has offended you. So, but that jealousy, that paranoid anger, we're just believing that people will learn how to grow from those forms of anger. Now we're moving on to the last type of out of the 10, shame-based anger. I'm going to read this. So people that exhibit this type of anger simply cannot tolerate criticism. Can I say that again? People that exhibit this type of anger, they simply cannot tolerate criticism. So the recipients of their anger are those who have shamed or embarrassed them through criticism and scathing remarks. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take this with me. I'm sorry. I'm moving. Please bear with me. I'm moving. Lord Jesus. Hold on for a minute. Somebody's at my door and I thought my grown folk was home. Hold on for a minute. I'm coming, Lord. Y'all please forgive me for this interruption. Who is it? Okay, come on in. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting back to it now. I'm getting back to this. All right. Please excuse me. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, here we go. I got to set it up again. Y'all please excuse the interruption, guys. All right, let me set this up again. Please excuse the interruption. All right. So, the recipients of this form of anger, we're talking about shame-based anger. These type of people they can't tolerate criticism. So the recipients of their anger are those who have shamed or embarrassed them through criticism and scathing remarks. Even a small criticism triggers their shame-based anger, which can be volatile and many times violent. Hi, Chantel. And many times violent. For instance, say someone innocently gives someone a nickname. Like anyone that's close to me, y'all know I give everybody nicknames. You know, if somebody, like for instance, my niece's name is Laisha, but I call her Leola. You know, I call her Leola. Hi, Princess. How are you? So even a small, like innocently giving someone a nickname to a friend. But if that nickname reminds them of a traumatic childhood incident of personal shame, then calling them with that nickname will set them off with the shame-based anger. So considering the different types of anger, one can say that anger can be destructive, which can cause self-harm or harm to other people, or constructive, which is positively directed to highlight socially relevant issues. However, it is only through assertive communication, like we said, assertive communication, that one can calm people who are angry or agitated. So remember, uncontrolled anger can hurt your near and dear ones, and whereas controlled anger, when expressed properly, can help develop and nurture relationships. So Tina said even terms of endearment like honey or boo or something, and you're right. You're absolutely right. And I don't know if I should actually well, let me just put it this way. There have been studies. There have been case studies. Those of us that have gone to school for psychology and different things, there have been large case studies where a person will get will marry and get with a spouse, and somewhere in their marriage, if their spouse will begin to call them, boo boo or something like that, it will start triggering some childhood traumas with them, and they begin to react negatively towards their spouse. And then they wind up figuring things out when they go to counseling, and these different triggers, and get down to the root cause of the situation. But we do have to watch our boundaries. Okay, Tina, explain that. Can you give a more of an explanation with this? But we do have to watch our boundaries, because I believe I know what you're talking about, but I want to make sure that I explain this better. So when you're saying, but we do have to watch our boundaries, are you talking about the person who's perceiving something the wrong way, or the person who's dealing with a person that has a very non-constructive form of anger that they are going through? So while Tina is writing and explaining this, Tina says, when I ask someone not to call me a certain name. Got you. You're right. So when the person who has these negative triggers with certain, little terms of endearment or sweet names or something, if that person is saying to the next person, please don't call me that, and they continue to do it, then you're right. Then it moves into a level of disrespect. And they fail to know I have PTSD and will knock them out. Oh, I love it. I love it. You're right. They don't understand that post-traumatic stress disorder. Just honor my request. You are absolutely right. And it does, then it becomes a form of agitation. It becomes a form of along with disrespect. And yeah, then if they're agitating you and they're aggravating you, then your first line of defense is to defend yourself, whether you're defending yourself verbally or you're defending yourself physically. If you let me give you an example. I've taught my grown folk, my 3 children, when they were growing up, I always taught them, I don't believe in play fighting. Don't play fight. Don't play fight. I don't believe in it. We don't do that. Don't do it, because you're, the way you may be saying that you're play fighting with somebody, but the other person may perceive it as, you are bullying them. You're bullying them. And so they may do what they have to do to defend themselves. And just because you say, oh, I was just playing, it doesn't mean that they take it that way. It doesn't mean. So I've always taught my grown folk, don't play fight. Do not play fight. First of all, my 2 sons are they have a football frame. They're football players. So, and they look like they play football. And my daughter, she's a nice sized young lady. So she's not, she's a nice sized young lady and a nice stature. So I would always tell them, you don't know if your body language is coming across as threatening to someone else. So do not play fight with anybody, because you can say until you're blue in the face, oh, I was just playing with them. But if their perception, it comes across as, no, they were threatening me or they were bullying me. I said, and when someone looks at your stature, they're going to believe the other person and say, listen, you shouldn't be doing it. And it says it's usually disrespectful men, and I have knocked 3 of them out. I love it. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that, y'all. But I understand what you're saying, Tina. Self-defense. It's self-defense. You had to defend yourself. You had to defend yourself concerning a disrespectful act towards you. Now, of course, society would say that wasn't the right thing to do. But when they're not there, if they're not there and they're not watching what's going on, if you feel like you're backed up against the wall, I understand. I get it. I totally get it, especially if you feel like you can't remove yourself from the situation. But that is the first thing to do, is to try to remove yourself from the situation. But again, I get it. I totally get it. So I want to go over the 10 tips to tame your temper. We went over 5 of them on Tuesday night, and I want to, Tina said they were warned. Yes. And you know what? You're right. A warning does come before destruction. A warning comes before a knockout, as you said. And you warned them, and they kept agitating you. And they kept on aggravating you. And so I understand. I get it. So I want to go over the 10 tips to tame your temper. I'm going to read them, and then we're going to pick up on number 6 where we left off. So number 1 is think before you speak. Number 2 is once you're calm, express your anger. Number 3 is get some exercise. Number 4 is take a time out. Number 5 is identify possible solutions. And number 6 is stick with the I statements. Number 7 is don't hold a grudge. Number 8 is use humor to release tension. Number 9 is practice relaxation skills. And number 10 is know when to seek help. Okay, so we're going to pick up from here. We left off with identifying your possible solutions. Does anybody have anything to say before I move on? Because these solutions, they're great now. They're great. But during the time, it takes years and years. What was 6 again? Number 6 says stick with I statements, and I'm getting ready to go on to give you the definition of that right now. Again, I want everyone to understand that it takes years and years and years to master these tactics when it comes to anger, depending on the situation, depending on the time, place where you are, depending on the events that's going on in your life. We as women, which men are learning, they learn as they get to know us. We as women, we're hormonal, so our hormones a lot of times fluctuate depending on the time of the month with us, depending on if we're doing pregnancies, doing anything can shift. Our health can shift, and it'll throw hormones off with us. And when our hormones are kind of out of sync, we're actually more emotional. We're more emotional. And so we always display different forms of anger when our hormones are out of sync as well. So it's a lot of different issues that may occur to cause these different forms of anger. But I think it's good to know. No, I don't think I know these different tactics here. If you can have them somewhere to go over and to look at, during times of logic and reason, I know that these different tactics will help. Good evening. Hi, Felicia. Good evening. Okay, so we're going to pick up with number 6. It says stick with the I statements. And it said to avoid criticizing or placing blame, which might only increase tension, use I statements to describe the problem. Be respectful and specific. For example, say, I'm upset that you left the table without offering to help with the dishes, instead of saying you never do any housework. I'm going to go back to what Tina just said. She said, do you recommend an anger management workbook? What I recommend now is an anger management video. And those that are anger management classes, yes. I strongly recommend anger management classes. Yes, I do. For people that have had any type of trauma in their lives, and they found themselves acting out of character, yes, anger management classes, your support groups, anger management videos, those type of things to help you kind of recognize the different triggers. And how when you start recognizing them, how to avoid that ultimate explosion, just explosive type of reaction. So I love what Tina said previously, how she said that she warned the people before she kept warning. I don't like it when you call me that name. She used the I statements. I'm not comfortable with you calling me this. So these I statements, they really do help. Rather than saying you didn't do this, you didn't, or you did this. No, this I would appreciate it. You know how I would appreciate it if you could have helped with the dishes. It's those type of things. So I statements really do help in a time of confrontational or uncomfortable situations. Number 7 says don't hold a grudge. Forgiveness is a powerful tool. Okay, let me raise my hand right here. I can hold a grudge, guys. And I've had to learn how to just let it go so I don't get consumed with this. So forgiveness is a powerful tool. If you allow anger and other negative feelings to crowd out positive feelings, you might find yourself swallowed up by your own bitterness or sense of injustice. But if you can forgive someone who angered you, you might both learn from the situation and strengthen your relationship. Listen, guys, betrayal is one of the hardest things to overcome in any relationship, whether it's betrayal with parents and a child, betrayal between siblings, betrayal between friends, family members, and marriage, and a spouse. Betrayal is one of the hardest things to get over. And when I say that can cause a break what says truth. That's right, Felicia, truth. Yes. Betrayal is very hard to get over. But it is possible. Paul, I'm trying so hard. Okay, Paul. Yes. Oh, wow. Paul, for your sake, for your health's sake, for your emotional sake, for your physical being, forgiveness is mandatory. Now, trusting is a process, because if whoever betrayed you, if they're still showing forms, the same type of mannerisms, then know that they're just not trustworthy. And a lot of times you have to just move it along, move on. As much as we want the best from other people, if the other person does not feel that there's anything wrong with the way just the sight of this person makes, ooh, your blood boil. Oh yeah. Paul, please separate yourself. Please stay away. Stay away. And sometimes even forgiveness is not for them. It is for you. Thank you. Yes, it is, Tina. Forgiveness is always for you as the individual, but it's also a process. And we are human. So Paul, I believe that you've forgiven a person. Trusting them is something totally different. If what they did to you affected you that way, I'm telling you, please stay away from them. If they continue to come around you, because a lot of times that is the case, then you may have to take legal action and get a order of protection. It is okay to forgive and separate if they haven't changed. You're absolutely right, Felicia. But Paul, I don't want you to get to the place to where you start displaying aggressive anger, where physical violence takes place and those type of things. So if you can, if it is possible, separate, stay away from that person. I believe that you've forgiven them. But I do understand there is a big difference between forgiveness and trusting. There is a huge difference. And listen, don't let nobody tell you because you can't trust the person that you haven't forgiven them. That's not true. That is not true. That is not true. We can't control other people's behavior, but we can control our own behavior. And if you cannot trust that person, I'm telling you, it is okay to separate. And it doesn't matter if it's someone close to you, a family member. If you can't trust them, I'm telling you, stay away from them so you can stay emotionally well. I do believe that you've forgiven them. But forgiveness and trusting is two different things. And it's okay to have your antennas up, with someone that you cannot trust. But I am asking you to please separate yourself. And if you need to call a support system and go speak with someone concerning the acts of betrayal that you experience, it is okay. This is good and much needed. Thank you, Felicia. It is okay to go speak to a therapist, a counselor. And I'm going to tell you, because I'm an open book, I'm very candid. Although I'm a counselor myself, there was a time in my life that I went and I spoke to another professional, another counselor concerning, hi Victoria, concerning something that I just needed to get off of my chest. And I knew the different things to use, but it helped. It did help. It helped with me going to sit and talk to another professional to help get this off of my chest. And after I finished my series, my 8 weeks of it, hi Shishi, my 8 weeks of counseling, let me tell you something. It helped. It helped bring things into perspective. So Paul, I'm telling you, it is okay to go speak to a licensed professional to get this off of your chest and to help rationalize some of the things that you've been trying to forgive for myself, but I will never trust them. They are so shady and fake. Okay, it's okay. Once again, hi, Victor, thank you. Once again, Paul, it is okay to not trust the person that betrayed you and hurt you. It is okay. Again, I believe you have forgiven them because the forgiveness is for you. So yes, I do believe that you've forgiven them, but trusting people, you have to earn. They have to earn your trust. People have to earn your trust. That is the bottom line. They have to earn your trust. And if they have proven that they are untrustworthy, you don't have to give your time. You don't have to give your time to them. You don't have to be in their presence. So I'm telling you, Paul, it is okay that you don't trust the person that betrayed you, but please forgive them for your sake. And I suggest to go and just talk with someone just to get it off your chest. There is nothing wrong with that, to a licensed professional or to one of your spiritual leaders if you have one. So I'm telling you, it's okay. This is human. It's human. It's a natural feeling to mistrust someone that is giving you a reason to mistrust them. So you're going to be fine, Paul. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I know you are. All right. So number 8 is use humor to release tension. Those people that know me, I laugh a lot. I have to. Because if I don't laugh, I'm going to be, it's going to be something. I started two last week. She is working me through the process. Yes. Congratulations, Paul. Congratulations. You are going to succeed with this. I'm so glad that you took that step to trust a licensed professional to go talk with them. They can help get you through this time in your life. You're going to be the better for it. I promise you are. And you're going to be so much healthier and happier. So congratulations. I'm very, very happy for you, Paul. And Paul, laugh. It's okay. Laugh it off. Laugh some things off. It's okay. She said, welcome me through it. Paul says you're wonderful. Thank you, Paul. So number 8, we're going to use humor to release tension. Lightening up can help diffuse tension. Use humor to help you face what's making you angry and possibly any unrealistic expectations that you have for how things should go. So avoid sarcasm, because sarcasm can hurt feelings and make things worse. So I'm telling you, that old saying that laughter is a medicine. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I laugh a lot because a lot of times we can't control things that happen outside of us. But you know what? Laughing it off, it really does. It just brings you into a whole nother state. Like, I laugh a lot, and I laugh on purpose. Somebody write that down. Laugh on purpose. I laugh on purpose. I laugh on purpose. Somebody please write that down. I laugh on purpose because I refuse to allow situations to tear me down mentally and emotionally, because it's not that serious. But laugh on purpose, guys. Number 9 says practice relaxation skills. So when your temper, thank you, Sheila. Laugh on purpose. Me too. I laugh on purpose. I like that. Laugh on purpose. Yes. So when your temper flares, this is practice relaxation skills. Put relaxation skills to your work. Practice deep breathing exercises. Imagine a relaxing scene. Paul says day without laughter is a day wasted. Love to laugh. Yes. Laugh on purpose. That's right. And you know what? If someone is trying to push your buttons, when you laugh, they can't continue to put that. You know what? They'll walk away. They'll walk away from you because they realize that they're not able to push your buttons. So when I say laugh on purpose, laugh on purpose. Even when someone is trying to push your buttons, just laugh and walk away, y'all. So we're talking about practice relaxation skills. So what you're going to do is do some deep breathing exercising. Imagine a relaxing scene, or repeat a calming word or phrase such as take it easy, take it easy. You might also listen to music. That's what I do, y'all. Write in your journal or do a few yoga poses. But whatever you do, that helps you to relax, or help it. I'm telling you, relaxation exercises are very, very effective. I listen to meditation music. I've taught my family, my children, to listen to meditation music when stresses are high. They have them. You can YouTube 30-minute. Take 30 minutes. Sit in a safe place. Turn the lights down low. Plug your ears up. And I love to listen to like soft music and water, like the environmental sounds. And when I say it puts me in at ease mind frame, I actually sleep to meditation music, so I can actually sleep peacefully at night. So I live by this relaxation skills and practices. I live by it, and I encourage other people to do it. It works. It really does work. Number 10 says know when to seek help. So Paul, I congratulate you once again. Number 10 says know when to seek help. Learning to control anger is a challenge for everybody at times. But to seek help for anger issues, if your anger seems out of control, causes you to do things that you regret or hurts those that are around you. And like I started out saying on Tuesday, Sheila, know when to seek help. That's right. Like I said on Tuesday night, it only takes a few minutes to alter your life. It really does. There are people that are in jail right now, serving time due to a very quick reaction, which may have hurt someone or even killed someone, taken someone's life. And they're spending years, like the next years and years of their life, in jail or in some form of confinement due to a quick negative response. So know when to seek help. I'm going to give you all this 1-800 number. Someone please write it down. It's the same number that was given on Tuesday night, and it's called Arise Anger Management Program. It's the Arise Anger Management Program. And their 1-800 number is 1-888-680-6100. I'm going to say that again. It's called Arise Anger Management Program. And their 1-800 number is 1-888-680-6100. I'm going to say it again. It's called the Arise Anger Management Program. Their 1-800 number is 1-888-680-6100. And you can call this 1-800 number and they can put you in contact with the closest program where you live. And but I'm telling you now, we can overcome. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chantel. We can overcome any negative situation in our lives. It may take some therapy. It may take some practice, some type of tactical skills, but I know that we can overcome any traumatic experience that we may experience, and everyone experiences something traumatic. Don't think that no one does. We all experience traumatic events in our lives, but how we handle it, how we manage our anger is the key to success. Now, again, the two positive forms of anger are assertive anger, which is where you can sit down or you can talk, in a mature fashion without yelling, screaming, and you can talk with the person and you can deal with the exact issue without any type of defaming verbalization, and you can just come to terms, to a positive term with whatever was going on and move it along, no grudges, and still be good. And then we have the constructive form of anger, which is more of an organizational type of anger, that, like Black Lives Matter or something like that, where you can address an issue in a mature mannerism and then come to wonderful, great terms. So Paul says, what days do you do these live videos? Listen to you is inspirational. Paul, I started this series the beginning of August, and I've done it every week in August from Tuesday to Thursdays. Now, this is what I'm going to announce this evening. I will be doing these quarterly. So the next time I come on will be November for the entire month of November, and we will be talking about our next series then. So Paul, I will be coming back, but it will be in November. Everyone, it will be November. Would be my next sessions I will do for the month of November. I'll be doing it every 3 months on a quarterly basis. So that's what I wanted to tell everybody tonight, and I so appreciate you all. Oh my Lord, our time has really run out this evening. But when I tell you that we are overcomers, we are overcomers. And we can succeed in everything that we do. I so appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate you all. And until November, I will be coming back again. And I will see y'all. Then that will be my next sessions. But God bless you all. I'm going to end with my theme song, Heal the World. And as God heals us, as we're healed over certain things, we can help others overcome these life situations. God bless you guys. Thank you for participating with me tonight with Shanrae, Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. And I will see you all again November of this year for the month of November. God bless you. And I know you all are going to do great. Until again, November, thank you for being with Shanrae, Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. God bless you guys.